Rapper DMX has had a very successful career in the music industry as well as film. Having released 7 studio albums, DMX has sold around 74 million records worldwide and has starred in a number of movies including Romeo Must Die and Cradle to the Grave. In more recent years, many know DMX for his countless run-ins with the law, his domestic drama, and his struggles with drug addiction. DMX, real name Earl Simmons, had a troublesome childhood and struggled with drug addiction from a young age. Having a passion for music, he began rapping and pursued a career in the music industry. DMX made a number of guest appearances on songs with LL Cool J, Mace, and The Lox. After many years of trying to find the right record deal, in May 1998, his debut album, Is Dark and Hell Is Hot, was released. The album received critical acclaim and sold nearly 250,000 units in its first week in the United States, with help from singles like Rough Riders Anthem and Get At Me Dog. The album contained a few songs which showed the dark side of the music industry. In the song Let Me Fly, DMX details a Faustian bargain with the devil. The artwork for this album was quite shocking. DMX was bathing in a bath of blood. The photographer taking the pictures, Jonathan Mannion, had said in an interview that DMX was reluctant to do the photo shoot and was finding any excuse not to do it. The album booklet also had a very peculiar picture of what seems to be a deceased friend of DMX, with one eye emerging from his forehead. The one eye refers to the Antichrist and is very prevalent in pop culture. This album was very successful and sold around 670,000 units in its first week. The Damien story continued in this album. This time it featured Marilyn Manson.
Alright, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, that's ruling well, speaking knowledge, wisdom, understanding, that the Most High put upon them to do so, to teach the house of David, which is the lost sheep of Israel, and the hopeful elect of Israel. So what y'all just seen was DMX, you know, of course, and you know how satanic that industry is, you know, and how you know the Rothschilds and so own the music industry, and you have to do wicked acts to get that record deal, you know, still to this day. And I got a couple of scriptures I've been meditating on that I want to just you know, feed the flock. And the first scripture I'm gonna go into is Matthew 4:8, and it says, "Again the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and show him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them." Yeah, that's talking about, you know, the record label producers and stuff, telling them like, oh, you can have all this, you can have all that, from the cars, from all the women, you know, all the money, all the chains, all the earrings. You can go anywhere you want, travel anywhere you want, materialistic things. But the artists don't really know that in order for them to get that, they have to do a blood sacrifice, which I just seen was DMX homeboy. He sacrificed him so he can get the record deal, you know. And so that stuff still, stuff like that still goes on, you know. Like the NBA player Isaiah Thomas, his sister died in a car accident supposedly, but that probably was a blood sacrifice, you know, because he you know, he doing good right now, so to speak, you know. And my next precept is no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold. Yeah, because DMX was known to you know, make prayers in his prayers in his songs. You know, so how you gonna serve the devil, which is the elites? Um, you know, doing satanic acts, and then you go in and throw a prayer on the album saying you've you know, you repenting, and you're not even supposed to be you're not even supposed to be a hypocrite and pray out loud. Man, fella, let's get that real quick. Oh yeah, it says Matthew 6:7. But when you pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do, for they think they shall be heard for their much speakings, and that's exactly what X was doing. I think he still do it to this day too. You know, so you're not supposed to be heard because you're not supposed to get praise from other people saying, "Oh, he a good prayer," like stuff like that. Or read the rest of 24. It says, "Or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon." So let's look up that word, mammon. It's lucky I can. It's lucky. I'm sorry about that. Treasure, yeah, riches. Yeah, cause so the Most High, cause he said he only deal with base men, which is men that don't have much. You know, that's really truthful in his word. You know, so he not dealing with rich people. You know, you're supposed to hate one guy and hate the other. That's what the elites do. You know, they hate the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. That's why they do all these wicked acts to make it seem in this world, to make it seem like they're the Most High, you know, which they cover the judges thereof, putting their so-called white images on to portray them as Jesus, you know, which the scriptures say. I forgot what it said, but not to take his name in vain, you know, and that's exactly what they do, you know. So yeah, man, I had those scriptures in mind, just wanted to post this video, you know, because people don't really know how wicked that industry is. They gotta drink blood. Like DMX, he was bathed in blood, but that was real blood, you know. That's why he was reluctant to do it, you know. And I had that in mind because, you know, I grew up, before I came to the truth, I grew up listening to DMX. He was like my favorite rapper. But now I'm to this truth, I see he wicked. You know, if you see him now, he look horrible. You know, he look bad. Like, you know, the Most High really cursed him from you know, for praising the two false, not Salaki, for praising two masters. You know, which is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, which he ignorantly calls God and Jesus, and serving Satan for getting that record deal. You know, so you know, this is just an edification for the brothers. Lord willing, it was edifying. You know, I had that in mind. I just wanted to do this real quick, and you know, just different style things, you know. And with that, I'm gonna give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Double honors to the Apostle of Great Millstone. You know, and along with the Akim out there that's doing the works of the Most High and speaking with truth and sincerity around the four corners of the earth. And with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.